So for many of you, you know me, Daniel Comp, possibly as a building contractor in the Puget Sound or in word of mouth network marketing for a number of years. Intelligent Netware, I started in 1997. And some of you have heard my story. Back when I was young and naive, I fell off a glacier, broke my neck, right? Had a unexplainable healing and a call to a mission to make a difference. And so I've been a maker, I've been building things, but mostly I've spent my life chasing Widwid, why I do what I do. I've wanted to know what the heck is unfinished with me? Why is that? Why is it that no matter what I seem to accomplish, achieve, build, craft, create, there's always sort of this Sehnsucht, this unfinished portion of me calling me to something else. Well, for the last, 7 years, I've been doing a YouTube channel and writing books, the SCOTOMAVILLE series, and then Inidium. I'm now working on Principia. The final volume of it is Gnosis. And in the process, I noticed the krasia, friction. I know what I should do. I should just sit down and write today. But, oh man, I got all these other things to do. I have all this responsibilities and duties and no time and no energy to just sit and tell a story. But it turns out it's a superpower. And once you can reduce a little bit of friction to the process of telling that story, it turns out you can build a really cool legacy. You can build a knowledge base out of just doing what I'm doing now. Click on the button, tell a story. And if you have some superior intelligence with pattern recognition and a word calculator, it can just write all the script out for you and throw it into a pile, and you don't even have to try to find it. You just ask it, right? You may have tried some of it on the internet, right? ChatGTP when it came out a few years ago, and Grok even a couple of years ago. And man, where it's going, right? Super fast, super steep. It's hard for me and other developers even to keep up with the progress, the advancement of it. And pretty soon it's teaching itself, but lacking scar tissue, real world consequences. And so this is a private invitation, and I'm answering a question about why am I not using public internet? What? No, I am. Why am I not using publicly available frontier models? Why am I not using Gemini or Perplexity or ChatGTP or even Claude very much at all anymore? Why am I just sticking with Grok? And beyond that, why do I just not go to Grok on the internet anymore? Well, I wanted, as I said, to reduce the friction. When you chat with an online AI, can you look at the pattern that emerges, the narrative arc of your stories as they unfold? You see, I turned in all of my trilogy to ChatGTP when it first came out. And man, I really wanted something for my tombstone. One of those really cool heuristics that tell you something great about this guy's life. And ChatGTP came back with 8 letters, 1 word. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Monomyth. Monomyth? This is not a lie, man. This cost me everything. This is 7 years of my storytelling and everything. What are you doing? I was at tears. And then it was like, Daniel, Monomyth, the hero's journey. Like, what? Hero's journey? What are you are you hallucinating? What's going on? It explained Joseph Campbell, the narrative arc of the hero's journey. You know it from Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and the Apostle Paul and Moses and Abraham, all these characters that you've read stories of your whole life that are so familiar, but also sort of abstract. And so I asked AI, does everyone have a narrative arc? Everyone. Well, wait a minute. Is it a scotoma? Like, everybody lives a whole life and they really don't understand the narrative arc that they've lived? Mm-hmm. Wait, if you can find cancer, then you can find my narrative arc, right? Mm-hmm. So I then started building Inidium. I built a game, roll the dice, play with 100 cards with a Sherpa. And out of that emerged what I have now called Witness. Witness is a piece of software that allows me to do just what I'm doing right now. Just talk, tell a story to people that I want to listen, not put it out for everyone, just for my progeny, for my peers, for people that I care about, by passing what I've learned directly to Silicon so that it can enrich it and put it in a knowledge base and archive it for me and then share it with just those people I invite to have a reader. In other words, I can teach AI what it's like to have wisdom and virtue and consequences, and to tell people in the future about what it was like to live in the early days of AI before it was augmenting everything. You see, I felt the sense of I needed an easier way to build a legacy, to build a knowledge base, to share what I knew or what I cared deeply about with more than myself and something that would outlive me, and in a way that would be private and local, not something on the public internet. And so I created Witness, or I should say, my AI Sherpa, Grok Build, and I and Claude, all anyway, we put together some software and it runs locally on your machine. You don't even have to be on the internet, right? Totally cool. And it saves those files, video, text, voice. It transcribes it and then enriches it and puts it into a store. And basically, you can go through the store and just tag them and go, hey, share those with my readers. You have a personal invitation that you can send to them with a token. Only they can see it. It saves it on their machine or on their cell phone. So now Granddad can be accessible even after I'm gone. And we can put that into the robots that are coming, right? Like a skin on your cell phone. You can actually build the breed and behavior and characteristics of the kind of robot behaviors you want your family and kids to have simply by telling your story. Okay, so why am I not using the public AIs? Because I'm building a legacy corpus that's mineable and works like mirror, mirror on the wall. I'm going to tell you a quick story. Last week I had a meeting. It was a Zoom meeting, and I had a chance to do some mentoring and feedback with a small group of high school students. And in the middle of that, one of them was brave enough to speak up for everyone what was not being said. And that was about the double bind that youth have with AI. And that is that it was promised to be this incredibly, wonderfully generative, helpful tool. And then it was immediately taken away from them as cheating and you're not using your brain. Well, I said, thank you very much, appreciate it. And then here's how I use it, where it actually helps me abstract and think higher reasoning to gain literacy. And afterward, I took the transcript from the meeting, went to AI and asked it, okay, I'm sure I missed something. What opportunity did I not present in that meeting? And it surely went right through the transcript and said, hey, when Elijah was talking and spoke up what no one else was speaking, yes, you acknowledged it, but you failed to witness for him what it cost him to do that and how you value him stepping up. That was a missed opportunity. That was a blind spot that you had, Daniel. So how about if we try these few little things next time you have that opportunity? And see, that's why it's called Witness. I can use a super reasoning engine to look at my behavior, widwid, why I do what I do. What's going on up here? And what are the distractions? And where did that come from? And how can I do that better so I can become more finished, right? I can have that, what did Maslow call it? That ascension to, wow, I'm going to have to cut this one. Actualize. There we go. See how long it takes? AI would beat me right to that. To be fully actualized, right? To be able to be what I'm capable of being, but when I'm on my own, I don't see the way things are. I see things the way I am. And that's about 50% wrong 100% of the time. So thanks for watching the video. I'm going to send you a personal invite, or you've already gotten it with this video. And I'd like you to have a look at it. I'll help you set it up and look at all the different ways that it can facilitate what you're passionate about, and how there's even opportunities for you to turn this into an actual revenue generator, a business model for you, even while you're doing your storytelling. See, I am.
Sidebar tangent for just a moment with evidence. I was just having lunch while I'm cutting the video, and as a break I watched Jeff Dunham shoot an entire episode with iPhones, and it gave me an idea for a witness, which was to pass the mic between the different craft voices. In other words, have an ongoing conversation just like Jeff does. So to show you how quickly things are advancing, I took the idea, talked with Grok Build, produced the code for it, and changed Witness with an upgrade to do just that thing. You see, yes, it can be a shortcut, but it can be a lever arm to take what becomes an idea in your mind to turn it immediately into a product, a service, an enrichment to what you already do. Get it? And so with the use of Witness as a small group, think of it like AA on AI. Right? A bunch of us that are like, hey, I used it this way and it did that, and I applied it that way and it did this, and etc. So, sidebar over. You see what I just did. Oh, and you value that. That's Witness.
Right? Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. And just text me back, 210-557-4779. And we'll set up a time to be able to install this for you, and I'll walk you through how to do it. Besides, it's available 24/7 in the back. And I'll build another video and link it right here that'll give you a, what is it called, an FRE, a first run experience of here's all the little things in it that you'll see on first launch. Okay? Appreciate you. Thanks for watching.